folks, welcome back. My name is Rebecca Ricks. I'm here with the Homeschool Connection in Central Florida, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about the SAT10 and why I think that you should take it. So I know there is a lot of people who are against standardized testing and don't like to take it, and there's a lot of reasons not. In the state of Florida, every year you can choose to either test or you can do a evaluation. But I am going to talk a little bit, and I know there's a lot of people who don't like standardized testing, and that is fine. You can do what is right for you, your family, your child. But let me give you some points on why I think you should do standardized testing, or specifically the SAT10. All right, so there's about 6 or 7 different tests you can do as homeschoolers that count in the state of Florida as your test that you have to do for the end of the year. So first of all, a little bit about the SAT10. It's been around since the 1920s. It was redone recently in 2017, I believe, and it is a nationally normed test. What does that mean? It means it compares all the data together to everybody else. So it's just nationally, we compare all the data amongst each other to see how you rank amongst all the schools. And it's been redone recently to just compare private schools in the United States. So it's mostly just how private school students and homeschool students work on the measure up usually to it. First of all, it's very, very easy to order. The easiest one to order is go through Bob Jones. Pretty easy. You have to have it proctored. It is normed, so it can only be offered during certain weeks and times during the year. There's a spring test, a mid-year test, and a fall test. Most people do the spring test at the end of the school year. You'll do the spring one. It's not the other ones you can do. It's done, and you don't do it 3 times. You just do it once a year. Traditionally, we do it at the end of their year so that they can be judged or we can tell that time. So that's when we do it. So here's why I think you should do it. All right. First of all, it really prepares you for your standardized test later on in life. You're going to have to, at some point, take a test, a standardized type test. You're going to have to, if you're going to college, you take SATs or ACTs. If you're you can take the PERT, you have TABE if you're going to a trade school. If you're going into the Army, you'd take the ASVAB. It is very probable that sometime in your life you will be taking a standardized test. So it really helps you be more familiar with it. Now, there are 2 types of questions. There's grid in, or there's where you write in an answer or just fill in the dots. So as a child, I remember going to private school as the child and having to color in those dots, being very particular about making sure they're all full with pencils. So that's one reason to take it. The other main reason is that I love data. I love numbers, okay? I like to have it. So when you take the test, it's going to come back with a number for you. It's going to say your Lexi scale of reading is this. Your grade level for math is this. And then it's going to break it even down even more. Okay, you got 7 questions right on addition and 2 questions on multiplication. It really breaks it down, the test scores do. So I love to have that because it's really a really clear way for you as a parent to see what you need to work on more for next year. It's also really helpful if you're in a school setting. Okay, we're weak in this area, we're strong in this area. It's another really great reason to do it. Now, another thing is that the SAT10 is not timed. So you can take as long as you want to take it. So it's a little bit less intimidating for a student to go ahead and take a SAT10 than to do it, just go right into an SAT or ACT where it's timed and high stakes. Another thing I also kind of think about it is if you do it, a lot of kids don't stress that it's this big test. Okay, we're just going to take these tests and you're going to answer these questions, and you can take as much time as you want. I took them as I was little, and I kind of thought of them as a game. I never felt like I was stressed to take them. Do your best, but no stress. So that was just how it was kind of presented to me, and I always remember taking them so it wasn't a high stress. So it's not a pass-fail. As a homeschooler, if you take that SAT10, you own the results. You can do with them what you like. You can submit them to the county, or you can just keep them because you just want to see how they're doing. So a lot of people will do 2 an evaluation and that testing. It's really just a personal preference for you and your child. Now, of course, if testing flips your child out, you don't want to make them You don't want to make them take it, but at some point, sometime, it is good to go ahead and have them try it, maybe middle school. Now, let me say this. The younger ones take a long time. It's not work at your own pace. I believe it is up to 2nd grade. They are all read aloud. So you have to sit there and read the whole test to them. And if you've ever done that, that will suck your will to live. You're going to sit there the whole time and say, the boy walked down the street. Is the ball, I don't know. Did he walk? Did he run? A, walk. I mean, it tells you exactly what to do. It just takes 400 years to read that test. And it's super boring. The little kids enjoy it, but super, super boring to sit there and read that entire test out. And also there's always a listening skills, which is one of my favorite sections on the test. And they have listening up to middle school. And it kind of can tell if they're really listening to how you learn. They'll score really high if they're an auditory learner that way. They have to listen to it when the passage is over, and then they write down answers to it. And I really like that. Part of the test. A lot of times I get asked about prep. There are some prep things out there, but really this test is taken not to prep. It's really just taken for you just to go and take it and see where your child is. It's taken over several days, so it's not all crammed into one. You do a couple sections a day. It's a good experience if you can present it as a good experience and have an awesome, fun person to do it. Give lots of breaks, rewards, different things to do like that. So I am a pro tester if you feel like that's good for your family, and I love to get the data back just to see how they are, and it helps parents really know what curriculum working for them, what isn't, and what to do in the future. So don't forget, right now we're enrolling for classes. If you have any questions on testing or anything that you'd like to know, make sure you put it here in the comments and I'll get back with you on those. And don't forget, we're also on YouTube, Instagram, and IGTV, and we'd love to see you there. We're doing whatever this is, a live about 3 times a week. So hopefully you will catch us next time. We look forward to seeing you then. And don't forget, you're not alone. We are here to help you.